What's up? What's up? Who remember Martin, man? Who saw the Martin reunion? That was fire. That was fire. I found out on the Martin reunion that that one Kid Capri on the intro. What's Cole name? I can't even know Cole. I can't remember his real name, but that was Cole on the intro. Martin Lawrence. That was Cole. What's that, Larry? What you doing in here, Larry? Talk about Bells always show up. What's up here to learn the chef? What's up, Kashaya? Did you make it in? Did you make it out today in the market? What's up, Trey? What's up, Michelle? What's up, Dominique? What's up, Mendez? What's up, family? Y'all drop something in the chat so I know who up in here, man. So I know who up in here. Let's get the pleasantries out of the way for anybody that's on the replay who do not know who I am. My name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I get on Al Gore's internet every day at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I talk about the price action. I discuss the price action, and I'm hot because I don't have my fan on right now. Hold on. I talk about the price action and I discuss the price action. Started out Tim's Tidbit, just sharing what I had in my noggin. I learned something. I learned the skill. I learned how to trade. I learned how to invest. And then I just came my hand, started regurgitating everything, if you will, regurgitating everything that I learned on Al Gore's internet for the free 99. I was like, I'm going to share this far and wide for free through Tim's Tidbits. And once I shared everything that I knew, I just get on the internet every day and I say, hey, this is what a trader would do today. This is what a trader would look at. I share my price action levels I'm looking at. I share what trades I'm thinking about taking. I say, if I get a closure above 38, blah, 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 I'm going to look for a reason to go long on this price. I say exactly what I'm trying to do. I give out the levels that I'm looking at. I give out what I'm planning on doing. You can take it and do your own thing. You can be like, hey, I'm going short before that. Larry going to go short if the wind blow hard. I'm going short before that. I'm going long before that. But we can just bounce off each other. Bounce off each other. What's up? Patty cake, bake up, man. Bake me a cake as fast you can. Hey, man, if y'all appreciate what you see, appreciate what you hear, appreciate what I do, click the like button. I don't know where the like button is on your screen. It might be here. It might be here. It might be in the middle like it is on my son's tablet. But click the like button so that the algos are show it to other cousins. And then if you would be so kind, click the little arrow and share it with a cousin. Share it with one cousin you like and share it with one cousin you don't like. Because we want all the cousins to get this information for the free 99. Don't pay me. Don't pay nobody else. Pay yourself. Put it in your brokerage account and put the skill that you learned to work, man. Let's get to it, man. What's up? Who else up in here? DeAndre. What's up, DeAndre? Glad to see you back, cuzzo. I saw your name for the first time earlier today. Glad to see you pulled back up. What's up, DC? I don't know that name either. What's up, DC? I'm starting to see a lot of names that I don't know. What up, Red? What's going on, Red? Red, I know you. You're an OG. You're an OG to the Spider game. Tim, man, I ain't got no sauce to give, man. I'm just a dude from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, man. That's it. I really don't know why y'all be getting on here listening to me, because I ain't got good sense. You ain't missed nothing. Go to the principal office for being late. Hey, for anybody that want to buy some merch, I got some merch, some Spider Gang merch. Go to the newtli.com and cop some merch if you want to put a couple pennies in my pocket. But again, that's absolutely unnecessary. All I want you to do is press the like button and share it with a cousin. That's all I want you to do. Press the like button and share it with a cousin. I appreciate all the cousins that done shopped Spider Gang merch. The only reason I made it, because I used to make these shirts for myself. I used to walk around with these shirts all by myself. With my trade, what you see, with the I got options, I buy them, I sell them. I used to just make them for myself. And people were like, hey, that shirt fire, can I get it? You need to make a merch shop. So I put the merch shop up for the cousins, but the only thing I ask is that you hit the like button and you share it with a cousin. One cousin you like and one cousin you don't like, because we want all the cousins to get this information for the free 99. What's up, Rhonda? Rhonda Green, if you will. Rhonda Green, if you will. Y'all see how I rolled that R? Green. Hey, man, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't trading nothing today. Everybody know I work from roughly 8:30 until 11 o'clock every day. Sometimes I'll come back in the afternoon if I ain't taking a nap or if I ain't doing something with the kids. But before I knocked off at 11 o'clock, the market ain't do nothing. It was just chop suey. That's all it was all day long. You know what I'm saying? If you was on the live with me today, I said I was waiting for it to get a closure above 39.0950, and then I would be looking for a reason to go long. Or if I got a closure below 38.90, I'll be looking for a reason to go short. Right? We never got that closure below until 1 o'clock. I was off. I ain't come back this afternoon, so I missed this big old drop. Look at that. It did exactly what I said. I said if I get a closure below 38.90, I'm going short. If I would have brought my butt back here in the afternoon, I probably could have got a trade. But guess what? I was in there looking at throwback episodes of The Flash, doing laundry, and enjoying my relaxation. That's what I did this afternoon. Shout out all the cousins that got in short today. Shout out all the cousins that made money off the shorts today. Shout out the scalpers that made money going long. It was looking at the candles, the way it was chop suey. If you scalping, you could have scalped out a couple points here and there. You know what I'm saying? But shout out the cousins that made money going long, especially if you're in the spider game and you was looking at these same levels that we looking at called booyah. Look it up. Remember what I said this morning? This weekly fair value gap was going to act as a little resistance. See what happened when it touched it? Pow! It popped back up real quick. It, you know what I'm saying? Gave a little bit of contention. Then it bust through. Pow! Killed this fair value gap that we had marked out that we was talking about. Right? Got a closure below the midnight. Got a closure. This was the closure below the what's the name? Just looking at this right here. After this closure right there, looking at how this set up. I doubt if I would have got a trade right here because it never came back close to this fair value gap right here. It never came back to this breaking structure. So I know I wouldn't have got no trade right there just looking at this 15-minute setup. We broke lower again. We got a closure. Yep. Looking at this setup here, I probably wouldn't have got no trade based off this either. You know what I'm saying? Because it never came back to this 15-minute gap. That's just my trading style. I'm not saying it ain't no trades in here to be taken. But I probably, if I was around this late in the game, this right here probably would have been a time I would have taken a trade because I could see it's coming back into this 15-minute fair value gap right here. But the way Tim Rogers trade, I wouldn't have took this trade either. You know why? I wouldn't have trusted. I wouldn't have trusted the trade because look where we at in the in that price leg, right? Hopefully this helpful to somebody. I'm just talking out my thought process, you know, because a lot of people look in hindsight and be like, oh yeah, you could have did this. Oh yeah, you could have did that. I'm just telling you, hey y'all, let me know if my mic sound good because I did some different things to my mic and it looked like it's peaking, man. Do my mic sound like real crunchy? It looked like the mic peaking when I look at it. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit so hopefully it sounds better now because it looked like it was peaking and cracking. I tried to do something different to the mic. But let me know if I sound good now. Was I, I turned it down a little bit. Do I sound better or did I sound better before? If I sound better now, put a 1 in the chat. If I sound better before, put a 2 in the chat. But on this price leg here, let's just say from right here. Let's go right here because this is when we broke through the sell side liquidity and got the closure below. So we're going to go from the high of this counter here. Then we come down, right? To when I said I would have been scared of the move. So we're going to go right here to this low right here because that's the low of the move before it retraced back up, right? See, I would have been scared. I wouldn't have took that there. I would have been wanting it to come back up to this fair value gap, right? Let's make it an educational thing. Let's make it interactive. Somebody put in the chat. While I move on, somebody put in the chat why I wouldn't have took the trade here. I would have been looking for it to come up to this fair value gap right up here, this 15-minute fair value gap right there. Let me move, look at the screen, bloop, take a screenshot in your mind, click it, and then I'm going to move this fib out the way, and then tell me why I wouldn't have took this trade right here, why I would have been waiting for it to come back to this fair value gap right up here, not the 60-minute, but this new 15-minute that it made right there. Why would I have been waiting for it to come there? I wouldn't have took that trade there. I wouldn't, and looking at this deep fall down, even if I was sitting back here, I wouldn't have taken a trade today because it wasn't my style. It wasn't my setup. it's look like it's plenty of trades to be taken in here. I'm pretty sure a lot of bears like Larry made a whole lot of money today. You know what I'm saying? But it's just not my particular style of trade. There you go. Look at the spider gang. Look at them. Need discount. You want to buy at a discount. Deeper premium. That's the same thing as discount. The premium too high, right? Discount pricing. Look at the spider gang pulling up with the information on. Yeah, man. Hey, somebody sent me a either a text or something on IG. I can't remember. Somebody hit me up and was like, it was a screenshot of ICT has said I was wrong, but it's close enough for government work. Who that sound like? Who be saying that? I said, look, everybody watching the spider game, man. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Everybody allegedly. Allegedly they made some. Allegedly, we already know how Draco trade. I'm telling y'all how Draco trade, right? You see this move right here? That's the move I would have taken, and just say I would have took this move right here and made. Let me see. Let's see what it is. The high. Let's go to the. You need to get on screen. I'm gonna get back to it, y'all. Y'all know I be getting all off. Let's say if I just happen to jump in a trade right here, that's not even my trading style, but let's say I jumped in a trade right here on the close of that candle. Okay, let's do it like this. Let's say when this candle opened, soon as we broke the low of this candle, let's say I went short. So the low of this candle is 38.84.25, right? 38.84.25, right? 38.84.25 minus, and let's say I took it down. What did I just do? What in the world did I just do? Something disappeared on my screen, y'all. And let's say I took it down to the sell side liquidity. That was my target, right? 38.50.25, right? 34 points, right? And let's just say I'm trading the MES. Took one contract, 34 points, 34 times 4, because it's 4 ticks every point, times 1.25, right? That's $170, right? Big Draco took this trade. She got in right here at when we came up to the top and we poked out. Soon as we dipped back in, soon we dipped back in and failed to close that, she took it on this candle. Soon as this candle opened right here at 12:15 candle, and it opened up at, get out of the way. It opened up at, what it opened up at? At 38.98. 38.98, and she took it down to this 38.90 right there, right? 8 points. But she put 10 contracts on there. She put 10 contracts on there. So let me see. 8 times 4 times 10. 320 times 1.25. She made $400 in a shorter move. Then I had to wait all day long to make less money. That's how big Draco trades. Shout out Draco, man. Hey, where my screen went? Oh, there y'all go. Allegedly. You feel me? Hey, man. Yeah, that was the price action for the day. I wouldn't have taken no trade. As y'all see, we consolidated for the morning. We consolidated in the morning up until about 1 o'clock. We consolidated pretty much up until 1 o'clock. We did it this same fair value gap we was talking about this morning when I was like, we got a breaking structure on the 15-minute, and we was up here disrespecting that breaking structure, disrespecting this fair value gap. But I was like, let's see where we close. You know what I'm saying? Let's see where we close. If the fair value gap hold, we might be going down. If the fair value gap don't hold, we might be going up to this 39.0950. That's what I kept saying while we was on the live together, right? The fair value gap, it held, it did its job, it held, but it made you wait all the way until 1 o'clock before it made the move, right? So if you was patient enough to stick around all that time and get through that chop suey, you made the move, right? I mean, you reap the rewards. I mean, you reap the benefits. Come on, Tim, get it together. You reap the benefits. That was the price action, and that's exactly what I wanted to see today as far as for my bullish thesis, right? If y'all remember, I was saying I wanted to start out, I want to come down and get this gap work before we went back up. Let's look at Spirene so we can see it a little bit clearer. Let's go pull up Spirene so we can see it a little bit clearer. Come on, y'all. Y'all know where we going. Spirene, where you at, baby? Here I go. There goes Spirene. Although we still in the middle of the road. We still in the middle of the road, y'all. We just can't let go. We still in the middle of the road. Right now, for anybody that's pulling up on the replay or anybody that's new, you know what I'm saying? I know we got a couple new names out there. Shout out Oliver. DeAndre. DeAndre Oliver. Shout out DeAndre. We got a new name in the building. DeAndre, the reason why I say I'm talking to you, everybody else move out the way. Y'all scoot to the side. Scoot to the side. DeAndre, me and you right here. Pay attention to the screen. Look at the screen, DeAndre. Don't look at me. Look at the screen, right? So back here on the 8th of June, right, when we closed the day off, we was hanging out and we were celebrating in Atlanta at the W Hotel in Atlanta, right? Because we was like, yeah, we still in the zone. We finna be bullish. We finna take off, right? And then we was out there leaning on the balcony while we was sipping, getting, you know what I'm saying, getting a little tipsy. And then the job numbers came out. The initial jobless claim number came out, and we fell off the balcony. Boo! Then the CPI came out. Boo! Then the PPI came out. Boo! And we splatted on the ground. We fell off that balcony and we splattered on the ground. When we was on our way down, DeAndre, we broke this low right here. We broke this low of 380.54 on the spot. We broke that low. The Bears broke its structure on the daily level to the downside, right? And then when we came back to retest, we came down to kiss this monthly fair value gap. We came down to fair value gap and said, we walked up to that fair value gap and said, hey, fair value gap. We kissed the fair value gap. And on the way back up, the Bulls made a breaking structure to the upside right here. They broke that high of 383.93. They made that breaking structure to the upside while the Bears was coming back to retest their breaking structure, giving us a highway. And if y'all look at them little dots we done made a convenient little stripe down the middle of the road. We done built another middle of the road. Look at that. Look at that stripe we done made down the middle of the road, right? So that's why we call that the middle of the road, because it's right in the spot where the Bears made a breaking structure and the Bulls made a breaking structure in the exact same spot, right? And if you notice, we've been talking about the middle of the road ever since the Bulls broke structure. So that means for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 days now, we've been talking about the middle of the road. We right here in the middle of the road. If you don't understand, DeAndre, it's the spot where Lil Timmy Rogers say the Bulls and the Bears meet up, and then they say, you go first. And then the Bears go, nah, you go first. Then the Bulls go, you go first. Then the Bears be like, nah, you go first. Everybody playing a little, when you get ready to get into the double dutch, they be warming up. My mama, your mama hanging out close. My mama sock your mama in the nose. Did it hurt? Just like that right there, man. That's what we doing. We still in the middle of the road. So it's playing along with my bullish thesis for the week, because y'all already know when I want to go up, I want to go down first to get the discount. Let's go down first, get the discount, and then go up. So this morning when we gapped up, I was kind of skeptical. I said, man, look at them fun to act stupid, man. Right? We pushed up a little bit. I said, I'll take an inside day, at least come down to this high right here of 386.87, at least come down a little bit, right? So we started coming down, and then we dropped it like it's hot, came all the way back down to the middle of the road. We bounced off the bottom side of the middle of the road and closed, did we close higher than this? That's 381.92, and we closed at 381.95, yeah. So we closed higher than, what day was the 13th, Wednesday? We closed higher than Wednesday's high. We closed slightly higher than Wednesday's high. So did we make a new daily low? 380.54, 380.66. We did not make a new daily low. We did not make a new daily low, but we did make a new daily high. So we didn't make a new daily low. We did make a daily high, right? And we came down and got a little gap work on the ES. I would love tomorrow to come get this gap work on the spot. This what I would love. If y'all remember on the video, I said I wanted to come down and then go up. Back on I think I said that either Sunday or Friday. I can't remember. I said I would love to come down, get this gap work, and then go up. That was my bullish thesis by, you know what I'm saying, getting this gap work, then going up. So look like we coming down to get the gap work, right? And remember, the Bulls have been trying to stamp their name in the game, right? They've been trying to stamp their name in the game. Looking at the weekly level. We looking at the weekly level, right? You see this here? That was a bullish week. It was green, real bullish. This was a bullish week. Even though we finished red, this was a bullish week. You see what I'm saying? Look at all it pushing all of that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me change it to the hollow candles. You change to the hollow, you know how the hollow candles be, you know what I'm saying, showing you where you closed at. We closed lower to that, but it's like look how long that is. So you can see right there, boom, green, 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 green. This one right here still red because it was a red week, but it's closing. You can see right there, we opened here, went way down here, but closed way up there, right? Let's go back to the daily. Let me change my candles back from hollow, right? Boom, right there, right? So we came down on the daily, right? And then we pushed up here, right? Oh, that's what I was saying when I went to the weekly, right? You see how we got this long wick, right? The way you get long wicks like that is you go down first and then you push back up. That's how you get long wicks on the bottom. That's what I was coming over there for the weekly to say. And I got way off on something else. I don't know how I got on that. But yeah, we so now we coming down first. This is the first day of the week. You come down first and then push up, right? That right there is going to give you a long wick on your weekly, just like look at last week. What was last Monday? The 11th. Let's go back to the 11th right here. So Friday, right? We opened up here, went down. Next day, went down. Next day, gap down, pushed up. Next day, gap down, pushed up, right? Then Friday, gapped up, pushed up. That's where, because we opened the week here at this price here, and we closed the week there, right? So we came down and pushed up. That's what that long wick looked like. So it was 2 red days and 3 green days. Even though it was 3 green days, 2 of those green days were lower. 2 of those green days closed lower than they opened. Right? Closed lower than they opened. See how they red? Right there, they closed lower. Well, they closed lower than the previous day. I said lower than they opened. They closed lower than the previous day. See how they red right there? But they actually green candles, right? They closed lower than the previous day, right? But that's where you get that long wick from. So it's planned out for my bullish thesis to come down, get this gap work right here, right? Let's get this gap work and then start pushing up, right? So now, what's the narrative of what's going on with the market? Everybody on earnings, right? Everybody on earnings now. The earnings have started. Who reported earnings today? Who KFC. Who reported earnings today? I just looked at this today. Was it a bank? Was the bank? We getting real bullish now. The Bulls getting real bullish. Even though we still in the downtrend, the Bulls getting real bullish. Who reported today? Oh yeah, Bank of America reported today. Goldman Sachs reported today. Oh yeah, we had looked at this earlier. Yeah. IBM. Yeah. Yeah, we looked at this earlier. Who reporting tomorrow? Netflix. I think, was it Netflix? Johnson & Johnson. It was it Netflix? Yeah, Netflix was the first of the tech boys. Yeah, so Netflix tomorrow, Johnson & Johnson tomorrow. So yeah, everybody on earnings, right? who the banks that reported. Let's look at Bank of America. Right? Bank of America had earnings today. They gapped up, sold back down, right to fill in the it was a gap up, sell back down. They had a monster day on Friday. They gapped up today, then sold back down to fill the gap. Right? The bull's still in there. Let's look at the look at the difference between the volume on the on Friday compared to the volume today. So this right here, this was just a little I take this as some little profit ticket selling. Like people that played it into the earnings, you know what I'm saying? Taking it off. Taking it, they gapped up, take it off on that gap up. You see what I'm saying? You pushed up, blew up, then take it off on that gap up because the volume a little bit lower on that right there. Who I said Netflix was reporting tomorrow. Was it Netflix that was reporting tomorrow? Netflix had a gap up. Netflix had a gap up going into earnings tomorrow. They had a gap up. Let's see what the big dog doing. The big dog Apple took care of some gap work. Apple doing the same thing, just like the SPY. They came down, taking care of that gap work. The only thing about Apple had a little bit of volume on they sell down. Apple had a little bit of volume on they sell down, but it's still look like they coming down here to get this gap work. Trying to make it, you know what I'm saying, a smooth transition up. They real close. Apple real close to shout out to trend. Let's check something for the trend line traders real quick. I know I'm getting all over the place, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We're gonna check something for the trend line traders real quick. Yeah. Yeah, Apple done broke that downtrend. I was checking it for the trend line traders. Apple done broke that downtrend on the daily. I done got so sidetracked, y'all. I'm so sorry. I done got so sidetracked. And the reason why I'm looking at Apple like this right here, called Apple is what moved the SPY the most. Apple like the biggest holding. And I trade the SPY. So that's why I'm looking at that. That's why I'm looking at Apple like this right here. I don't trade trend lines, but I just look at stuff that other people do, even on the weekly level. Apple broke through and closed above that downtrend. Apple done broke that downtrend. Let's look at what Apple doing on the heat map over the last let's look at it. Oh yeah, I figured that Apple for the okay. The month just started. But let's look at Apple on the heat map. Let's go to the heat map. Let's go to the heat map. Stocks. Performance. Let's go back a month. Look at the big dogs. Filter. Let's go by no group. Whoo, look at the big dogs over the past month. Look at the market over the past month. Look at that. I told you the Bulls trying to stamp their name in the game. Look at the market over the past month. I was just coming to look at Apple. You know what I'm saying? Over the past month, over the past 30 days, right? Over the past 30 days, Apple up 13%. Let's see what they doing year to date. Year to date, Apple out of bear market territory. Microsoft done slipped back in. Google's still in. Amazon still in. Tesla still in. Facebook suffering. JP Morgan still in. Yep. And of course, energy gonna be killing it. Of course, energy stock. United Healthcare killing it. Yep. But over the last, let's look at it a week. Apple pretty much flat over the week. Amazon flat over the week. Microsoft down, Google down, Tesla down over the week. But you can see, let me put it back into sectors real quick. What energy at? What energy at? Over the past week, energy flat to down. Got a couple green spots over there, but it's kind of flat to down. Retail doing good. Retail booming. Tech services, tech, electronic. Oh yeah, tech, electronic looking real good. They rotate some money back to tech. Finance kind of mixed. Health and technology over the week still down. I like to look at the heat map to see like how stuff performing. But over the month, the Bears been putting their stamp in the game for the last 30 days. The Bears been putting their stamp in the game for the last 30 days. Look at retail. Retail got a heap of green. Look at energy. And they rotating all that money they made out of energy all year and going into the other place. Look at utility, health services, communication services, XLY type stuff over here. Tech, of course. Yeah, man, they've been rotating all that money they've been making in energy. They've been going to other places. So the money rotating to other places besides energy. So it's like you see stuff, you look back and be like, WTF? You know what I'm saying? If you ain't like really peeping it like this right here, if you ain't trying to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let me get a quick snapshot of where it was as opposed to, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's look at today. That's what it looked like today. You know what I'm saying? Then you be like, okay, what it looked like 5 days back. That's what it looked like 5 days back. What it looked like 1 month back. That's what it looked like 1 month back. What it looked like 3 months back. That 3 months back, it was ugly. You know what I'm saying? 3 months back, it was ugly. Year to date, it was ugly. You know what I'm saying? But then you can start to see, oh man, we ugly year to date. 3 months back, oh, it ain't looking no better, right? But if we go a month back, oh man, we looking real good from a month back. From a month back, we done made some strides. You know what I'm saying? Then you look at a week back, and then you see, okay, we've been making them strides a month back. So if you go like a week back, we probably just pulling back a little bit to try to keep going up, or we could be pulling back to keep going down. But that's just a visual way to like look at all the stocks at one time instead of going from chart to chart to chart to chart to chart. That's what I like to use the heat map for. I like to go through the heat map and just look at, you know what I'm saying, what the stuff was doing by going by performance, year to date, 3 months, 1 month, to get a picture of, are we continuously going down or are we going up? And while I'm looking at it, I don't just look at the colors, I be looking at the percentages. You know what I'm saying? Year to date, Microsoft down 24%, Apple down 17%. You know what I'm saying? And then as I come in, I be looking at the percentages. 3 months, Microsoft down 8%. 3 months, Apple down 10%. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at what they down 3 month wise. Month wise, 1 month, they up. Apple up 13% in the last 30 days. That's up that much percent. You see what I'm saying? Like it's going to the good, like the momentum is shifting to the good side. Year to date, 17, 24, negative 17, negative 24. I'm just looking at the two big dogs right now, right? I'm just going to take it off sectors, just looking at the big dogs. See, looking at the big dog, look at all the big dog numbers right here, right? Negative 17, negative 32, negative 24, negative 37, negative what, a year to date, right? So go 3 months out, right? Negative 10, negative 25, negative 8, negative 14, negative 28. Tesla and Amazon, they looking at buy. Oh no, they came up. They went better too. All right. Then 1 month, all of them green. They went from negative to green in 1 month. Right. And then we go to a week. Apple flat. Amazon pretty much flat. Tesla down a little bit. Microsoft down a little bit. Google down 7%. You know what I'm saying? So these two right here pulling back a little bit stronger than Apple. Apple and Amazon showing more relative strength than Microsoft, Tesla, and Google over the past 5 days, right? They showing more relative strength. Like the money, people putting more money into Apple and Amazon than they doing Microsoft, Tesla, and Google over the last 5 days, right? And then you go today, and then today they was putting more money into, or not taking as much money out of Microsoft as Apple, Amazon showing more relative strength. Tesla was showing more relative strength today than Apple and Google and Microsoft. That's just like what I like to use the heat map for. I know I went way somewhere else outside of looking at the price action, but I be trying to share the things that be in the mind of little Timmy Rogers in the hopes to help another cousin somewhere else. We'll talk about the chart. We'll talk about the price action a little bit more in the morning on the overnight price action. I'm gonna put the link in the chat as customary. So if anybody want to pull up and share anything, if anybody want to pull up and ask anything, the link is in the chat right now. As y'all know, I opened up the one-on-ones link to do a 2-week trial to see if anybody want to book a one-on-one. People ask for it. You can book it, but this is your opportunity to get a free one-on-one right now. Pull up the link in the chat. If you want to pull up and share anything, hey, we a family. Pull up, share it, share what you see. I don't know everything. Pull up, ask a question, whatever. I'm gonna go through the chat right now and see if anybody's saying something besides Larry. JP Morgan, the banks. What about that lower gap also? Oh yeah, the lower gap on the SPY or the ES. Which one you talking about? Let's just look at both of them. Let's go to the spiggity. SPY lean, where you at, baby? Here I go. Let's reset this right here. So for SPY lean, we got a gap there that I want to come get. This gap that we never finished filling right now. We talked about this the other day. The algos acting like they ain't worried about that gap right now. The algos acting like that's close enough for government work for right now. Because every time we came back close to it, right? Like right here, every time we came, when we came close to it, we came in it about 50%, maybe a little over 50%. Then we rocketed it up off of it, right? We came close to it, wicked up, close to it, wicked up, close to it, wicked up, came back in it, touched it, came back inside of it, wicked up. The algos acting like they don't want to finish that right now. They either don't want to finish it now or they ain't studying no more on the SPY. This the gap that I'm looking for on the SPY. On the ES. On the ES right here, this is the gap I want us to get. I want us to get this gap right now. I don't want us to come back to try to finish this one. The same story with the ES. I don't want it to come back down and try to finish this gap because that's going to be a little too much of a drop for me. And the reason why I say that is we broke structure right here, right? We broke structure right here. And if we come all the way down to this gap, we're going to be breaking structure to the downside, right? So I just want to come back to the breaking structure, fill this fair value gap, and then push on up. You see what I'm saying? If we go and put it on 60-minute candles, right? So it can be a little bit clearer, right? Because that's a 60-minute fair value gap. So if we come down, right, this is the breaking structure. This is the 60-minute breaking structure with force. Boom! We broke it with force. Went all the way up here. Now we coming all the way back down. Let's fill this fair value gap, retest this breaking structure, and then push on back up, right? I don't want to come down to get this fair value gap because we come get this fair value gap, that's going to be a breaking structure to the downside. And even if we don't close, like, and y'all know how I trade, if the market come down and wick back up, that's the market saying, I want to go down, but not quite yet. You see what I'm saying? If we come down and get a closure below this low right here, that's the market saying, I want to go down right now. That's the way I trade. That's the way I think. So that's why for my bullish thesis, I don't want to come down here and get this fair value gap because I'm bullish for the week, right? If the market come down here and say, hey, I want to go this way, but not quite yet, hey, I switch teams. If they come down here and close below this low right here, I'll switch teams. But the reason why I ain't looking for it to go there right now, because that will be a breaking structure to the downside. And I'm looking at this pullback as just cleaning up gap work and retesting the breaking structure so that we can go back up and start making that long wick on the weekly like we did last week. We start making a long wick like this right here. Come down, boop, and then go back up. You know what I'm saying? Make that long wick up here and create a new weekly high so that the bulls can cement at the lower low. Oh, and make it a swing low right here. That'll be a low, a high, I mean a higher low. So it'll be a low, a high, a higher low, and then a higher high once we get up above this right here. And that'll cement it in the game. Shout out to trend line traders again. Let's check the trend on the weekly for Spy. Come here, boop. Come down there, boop. Look at that. We opened up right on the trend line here. So you know all the trend line traders was up in there like, oh man, oh yeah, the trend line holding. We selling off. It's rejecting, right? It's rejecting. The trend line rejecting. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see what the market gives us. Apple already closed above it. Apple already broke its trend. That's one of the big dogs that moved the market. It already broke its trend. Let's see what it do. But anyway, JP Morgan Banks. Oh man, y'all, I ain't even showing y'all the screen, man. I did a whole lot of talking and I ain't going back, man. I ain't going back. I'm sorry. I ain't going back. Ain't nobody say, Tim, I can't see the screen. I ain't going back, man. Golly. What about the lower gap? The banks. Hey, hopefully I was descriptive enough in my talking, man. Hey. Bank up 10% Friday today. Need to blow it down. Apple about to drop it like it's hot. Look at Larry talking about Apple like it. Apple ain't about to drop it like it's hot. Apple about to fool y'all. They gonna buy Apple up into the earnings. They gonna buy Apple up into the earnings. Watch what I tell you. Yep, they released hiring stoppage. You know what I'm saying? They released the hiring stoppage. That was just a little sell off. And then even though they released the hiring stoppage, it still ain't tank for real. It's going to you said it's going to retest that trend line. Larry said Apple about to retest that trend line. Man, I hate I ain't share the screen with y'all, man. That's my bad on that, man. That's my bad on that. I ain't share the screen with y'all. I'm just running my mouth. I was just running my mouth. Larry say Apple finna go back test the trend line. Nah, Apple ain't gonna back test that trend line yet. Apple came down here to get this gap work. Apple came down there to get that gap work. Then it's gonna pump back up. Apple came to get that gap work and it's gonna pump back up. That's what Apple finna do. Yep, that's what Apple about to do. Shout out to breaker traders. Apple trading back into the breaker. Shout out to breaker traders. Apple trading back into the breaker right now. Coming back down into the breaker right now. Apple trading into the breaker. It's going to bounce back up. Shout out to all the breaker traders. Since I'm showing my screen, this is what I was talking about right there, DeAndre, or whoever asked that question. Right there, that's the low right there. When we blast up, we broke structure to the upside right here, and we blast up, and now we coming back down after running liquidity up above these highs right here. We ran liquidity up above these highs, above this daily high right here, and then we pulling back down right to the breaking structure. So this is the gap that I wanted to come fill. This gap lines right up with the breaking structure right here. If we come down here to this gap below 37.8550, the gap that's sitting below that, if we come back down to fill that gap, that's gonna give us a breaking structure to the downside. If the market come down there but wicks back up, in little Timmy Rogers world, that's saying I want to go lower but not quite yet. So then that's gonna give me look for reasons to short. You know what I'm saying? Based off this price leg coming back up. That's going to be giving me reason to look to short if we come all the way down below this low right here. But as long as we come down and don't break this low right here, fill this fair value gap, get back into this breaking structure, and let's go on back up and start making a long bottom wick on the week. That's what I was looking at. So if that's the bottom gap you was talking about, I don't want it to come get that this week. I wanted to just leave it alone. Say, hey, it's good enough for government work and keep going. Since I didn't share the screen last time. Yep, Apple always got news before earnings. Don't you bite that apple. I appreciate you, Tranisha. Tranisha, you been here the whole time? What up, Big Jeffrey? Yeah, on the spy. Yeah, I see you here to learn and share, telling me the screen. I appreciate you. I knew you was telling me, and you put in the alert in there. That's what made me look over there. What's up, Cool It? Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Trevor. Everybody hollering, screen, 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 screen. Tim running without the screen. Everybody saying screen. I appreciate y'all, man. I need to just stop taking the screen down. That's what I'm just gonna do it like this right here. I ain't gonna, once I put the screen up, I ain't taking the screen down no more. I ain't taking the screen down no more. Yep, he did look in a minute. Yep, I'm on a roll. Man, look at it. All I see is screen. Everybody just putting screen. You talking really good, but hey, that my sweetie, they got my sweetie at work, man. She would have been in the back like, you ain't showing your screen. Oh, man. Yeah, treat it like it's Mark on Twitter Spaces where you can't see those screens, you just hear. Look at Larry. Somebody block Larry for me. Who on the admin team? Ben screaming it. My bad, y'all. If Apple fills the gap to the downside, it's a perfect breaker entry to what I just said. What I just said. Did I not just say that? Did I not just say Apple coming into the breaker? Did I not just say that? I don't mean it don't mean a thing if we can't see the screen. It don't mean a thing if we can't see that screen. Do what. Oh man. Hey man. I need to sign up for a 101. This your chance right here for a free 101. Cuzzo. Pull up the link in the chat, man. They go the link right there. Pull up and ask whatever you want to ask, man. Why you got me here? Why you got me here? For the free 99. You ain't got to spend your money, man. You ain't got to spend your money. Here right here, just pull up and ask whatever you want to ask. I tell all the cousins to move out the way, and me and you just talk with each other, man. Hey, I think that's all I got, man. Hopefully I was able to go back and refresh what I was saying as far as about why I don't want to come back down and get this breaking structure right here. Hopefully I was able to hopefully it makes sense of why I trade the way I trade to some people. I'm real patient, man. I'm not a day trader. I'm primarily a swing trader. So when I be looking at my levels, I'm looking for, like, when I'm looking for it to run liquidity, I'm looking for it to give me a closure below or above that liquidity before I start looking for my entry. Like right here, this was in the middle. Y'all know I don't like to trade in the middle of the street. Like all morning, we was in between these two liquidity levels. We was in between the buy side and the sell side all the way up until 1 o'clock. We didn't get a closure below the sell side until 1 o'clock. Right? So all this time right here, that's Chop City. I don't want to mess with that. Once we got the closure below, the market was saying, I want to go that way now. We had a slight retracement, and then we sold off. You see what I'm saying? It's like once I wait for the closure above or below the liquidity before I start looking for my entry. And I had already told you, I wouldn't even got to trade today because this didn't give me my entry. This didn't give me my entry. This down here, it gave me my entry, but it wasn't in the discount. So I wouldn't have taken it because I would have been looking for it to come back up here. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have even got to trade today based off the way I trade. But hopefully I was able to share some insight with somebody, man. Hopefully I was able to show that the market, the price action is really about prior lows and prior highs, and you just understanding the narrative, understanding the bias for the day. What's the narrative? You know what I'm saying? It has everybody accepted the fact that we may or may not be in a recession? Has everybody accepted the fact that the Fed gonna raise the rates by this? Has everybody accepted the fact that, you know what I'm saying, long as the earnings not as bad as they think, it's gonna be okay. Has everybody and looking at the way the people spend their money, you know what I'm saying, over the last month, they've been pumping money. They've been bullish over the look at pretty much the whole market. You know what I'm saying? Over the last month, they've been spending money over the last month, as opposed to year to date when we've been bleeding and dying. You know what I'm saying? We've been bleeding and dying. The big boys, you know what I'm saying, they making strides. You know what I'm saying? They making strides. They you know what I'm saying, they starting to spend money now. So I don't look at the greed and fear index, but I saw somebody post a video saying that we moved up. The fear is like a little less than it was on Friday. You know, today it was a little less than it was on Friday, so they getting less and less fearful. You know what I'm saying? I heard somebody do a video talk about the put call ratio is starting to look bullish now. They looking bullish on the put call ratio. It ain't looking bearish no more. Shout out Zay. Zay be watching that. Zay be watching the put call ratio. I don't really watch the put call ratio like that, but that's a good indicator on, you know what I'm saying, what the big boys doing, how they hedging, what they preparing for. Are they just buying straddles because they think it's gonna make a big move, but they don't know which direction it's gonna go? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. How do you put the three indices on the side? DC, you must be new here. Shout out DC, man. Appreciate you for pulling up. We gonna do this again. We doing this for DC. Hey, everybody, y'all move out the way. Everybody else who already saw me do this before, y'all move to the DC. Yeah, come on up to the front, DC. Move. Larry, get out the way. DC, come on up here to the front. Right? If you want to put all three indices on the side like that right there, for Ninja Trader, I don't know about anything else. This for Ninja Trader. And speaking of Ninja Trader, I got an email today saying that the intraday and the overnight margin has gone back to normal, because they ain't jacking it up no more because of volatility. They be doubling the price because of volatility. But you're gonna come up here and you go to new, right? When you click on new, you go to charts. Hey, DC, you paying attention? Stop listening to Larry. Look at me, right? You go to new and you go to charts. You go to the little work center, command center. I can't remember what they call it. You go to new and you go to charts. And while the little data series box is open, right? You go down and you select your instrument, right? Select the ES, boom. Don't close it. Leave it there, right? Go in, select the NQ if you want that. Boom. Don't close it. Go in and select the YM if you want that. Boom. Now, don't close it yet. Then go in and then you set your charts the way you want them. Let's just do 60-minute charts. Boom. We're going to do 60-minute charts and we're going to tell it to load 15 days. Right, so I just put in each one. I selected each one and I changed it to, I got it on minutes and I changed the value to 60 days load. And I said load 15 days. That's fine, right? Make the counters look however you want to make it look. Make the background look however you want to make it look on each one of them. You know what I'm saying? You got to change it on each one of them. And then when you hit OK, boom, it's going to give you a box that look like this right here. Oh, that's the wrong thing. It's going to give you a box that look like this right here, right? And then you can set it up how you want to. You see it popped up. It popped me up with the sim mode on. That's fine. You can show the chart trade if you want to. Turn it off if you want to. And now all three of them on there. And I know you're saying, oh, it don't look like yours, Tim. Let me show you how to do that. You just grab it and shrink it up like this right here. Boop. Shrink it up like that. And then put it over there on the side. Booyah. There you go. You got all three of them there. And then the main one that you want to trade out of, like I do, I just keep that with one open like that. If I want to look at the NQ, I click on the NQ tab. If I want to look at ZB, I click on the ZB tab. And then MES, I click on the MES. I got the ES down here too. Cause you know what I'm saying, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, I'll be like, should I go trade ES? Then I'll be like, no, stop it. Trade the MES. You said you're going to trade the MES. And that's why I keep it on the MES to stop myself from trying to trade ES. But that's how you put all three indices on the side right there. Hopefully that helped you out. You played Blessings 360. I ain't paid nothing. Oh, my sweetie must have sent somebody some money. Yeah, that's how you do that. I think that's it, man. We've been on here for 54 minutes. I don't see nothing else. But yeah, DeAndre, if you want to sign up for a one-on-one, cuz you welcome to. If you go to my Instagram bio, you'll see a Linktree link in there that say sign up for one-on-ones. But I'm on here every day at 9 o'clock and at 6:30. And at the end of every stream, I put the link in the chat. Feel free to pull up, man. Feel free to pull up. Like I say, I tell all the other cousins to move out the way, and me and you will just talk. That's it, man. I don't see nothing else that anybody saying. We cooking or taking out. Who said that? Hey, IGM from the hang up on y'all. What's going on? Y'all hold on for a second. I keep seeing stuff pop into my family text, man. What that? What your mama talking about? What that? What your mama talking about? I said, what is your mama talking about? Oh, what's for dinner? Oh, she on the way home?
That's what I said.
What's for dinner? All right. Hey, look here, y'all. I'm about to go, man. I'm about to call my sweetie. Hey, I'll see y'all in the morning at 9 o'clock for the overnight price action. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. I appreciate y'all for sharing this with other cousins. Hold on. I got to look now. I'm finna put y'all on the spot now. I want to see how many likes on here. Because we got to get the likes up so to share it with other cousins, man. We want the cousins to share. Right now, it's showing that we got 60 people on here and ain't nothing but 33 likes. 34. Oh, somebody gonna try to like real quick. Ain't nothing but 36 likes. Y'all get them likes up, man. Hit the likes, hit the likes, hit the likes, and then hit this little share. See the little share button over there? Hit that share button and share it with a cousin. Cause you like a cousin that you don't like. Hit share and share it somewhere. Send it to a cousin. You know what I'm saying? Hit the likes. 38 likes. 39 likes. Go ahead, hit the likes. I don't care nothing about no ads. I don't care nothing about no money. I care about the algos showing this to more cousins. And they say the more likes you get, the more the algos are short to the cousins. So let me click the like myself. Click the like, click the share, and share it with the cousins so more cousins can get this free information, man. Hey, I ain't got nothing against nobody charging for their services, but it's a lot of cousins that want to get into this, and they really can't afford to pay for the education. It's a lot of cousins that's lazy. It's a lot of lazy goats out there. I ain't even gonna hold you, but it's a lot of cousins that really want to do this, but they really just can't afford it. So that's why that's who I'm trying to help. Young people and people who really can't afford it, man. The rest, everybody else who reap the rewards of it, hey man, you can, that my uncle used to say, the sun shine on the dog behind. Hey man, I appreciate y'all, man. I see y'all in the morning at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to talk about overnight price action, man. I see y'all later. I'm about to holler at my sweetie. Gone.